Hey guys, hope you're having a great day so far. So what I want to do today with you is to do a little bit of a workout for the hamstrings, but really targeting the hips and the psoas. So what you will need is your mat, a wall, and 2 blocks, and a good attitude. So let's get rolling, okay? So head on back onto your mat. Come on down of the blocks right by us here on either side. And I'm going to mirror you guys today, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to bring your right foot forward, okay? Right leg's forward. Let's make sure that this right knee's not going past your ankle, and then lengthen your left leg back. Now let's also make sure that there's a straight line from our left toes, ankle, knee to the hip, okay? So we want a nice straight line. Put your hands on your blocks. Let your torso just fall forward onto your thigh. Just make sure that that right knee doesn't go past your ankle. And then everyone, just for a moment, shrug your shoulders up. So elevate them up. Exhale, shoulder blades down, and keep the shoulders depressed down the back, okay? Just take a moment right here. Noticing how you feel in your psoas and in the hip flexor there on that left side, but also how it feels in the hamstring here on the right side. Inhale now, I want you to lift the chest up, really feel that left shin bone press into the ground, so it's a rebound force. As we exhale, we're just going to do a little half split, so drop your glutes back, begin to dorsiflex that right foot. If you're tight in your hamstring, keep a micro bend in the knee, keep the hands on the blocks at whatever setting you need them to be at, okay? Glutes back, dorsiflex the foot, good. Inhale, slowly come forward, lift your chest up. Back. Half splits. Wonderful. Bring it forward as we inhale. Lift up. You have rebound force with that left shin. Lift the chest up. Half splits. One more time. You bring it forward. Up. Boom. Back. Pause for just a couple moments. Depress the shoulders down, don't let them shrug up. Keep that right foot dorsiflex and keep the hips square. Notice if you want to fall over to the left, lift up that left hip, pull it forward and pull the right hip back. Good, and then slowly come forward, okay? And we're going to change sides, so you can just, slowly do it through a table position. Some of us come up through the runner stretch and go back to downward facing dog. Maybe you pedal the feet just a little bit if that feels good. Broadening the back still. And then we'll bring the left foot forward. And we'll come on down onto the right knee, okay? So same concept with this side, guys. Make sure that that left knee's not going past your ankle, straight line, right side of the body all the way up, okay? And then take a moment, hands on the blocks, let your torso fall onto that left thigh, shoulders go down the back. Just assessing how this side feels, right? That hamstring and the groin and psoas and hip flexor on that right side. There's always a difference, right, between both sides. So the more you become aware of how each side is different, the more you can assist yourself in correcting any imbalances there. All right, so now really press that right foot and shin bone down. Hands can press the block. Lift the chest up. Tuck under the pubic bone slightly. Lift your chest. Good. Inhale here. And then exhale. Half splits. Boom. Beautiful. Come forward. Lift the chest up. Half splits. Forward again. Lift up. Half splits. Forward again. Half splits. One more time. And we'll hold, okay? So go back. Half splits. Notice, are you leaning? Okay? This is always a good time to even practice in front of a mirror. So we'll want, maybe we're dropping the left hip down a little bit, lifting the right hip a little bit, and then we also want to feel the left hip pull back, right hip pulls forward. Keep the left foot dorsiflexed. Depress the shoulder blades down. Breathe. Good. Come forward. We're all going to go back to downward facing dog, okay? So we can tuck under. Right toes, right knees off the ground, step back, and then pedal the feet. Once you have the feet square, then you pedal. So, broaden your back. Don't let the shoulders go up towards your ears, okay? Feel the ribs press towards the back of the body. Good. And then let's walk the feet forward. Right between the hands. Bend the knees slightly. Make sure you're not going onto the balls of the feet, okay? Nice balance here between the heels and balls of the feet. Press the feet to the ground. Slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. Inner thighs rolling in. Shoulders up. Boom. And down. Okay, now we're going to come into a runner stretch, but we're going to use the wall, okay? So you want to be back far enough here, and we'll start with our right foot forward, and we're going to take the left leg back, but you want to press your left heel into the wall, okay? And here we want to try and work to get that right knee still above the hip flexor. Keep your feet hips width apart and make sure that your left heel is not turning in towards the right side of your mat or right corner of the mat or going too far to the left corner. You want a straight line, okay? You can look back and down towards it. So it's a straight line with that heel. You're pressing the heel into the wall. Use your blocks. If you need to go up higher, and then thigh bone presses back on that left side, but tuck under the pubic bone and lift up. Notice how the hips could be a little bit off still. You might have to lift up your left hip a little bit, and just make sure that the right knee's going the same direction as your toes. Shoulders down your back. Really press that left heel into the wall, okay? So it's very active. It's not weak and lazy, all right? Good. Last breath, all right? And we're going to chain sides. So this is however you want to do it, okay? You could just come down the table and do it. You can flip-flop the legs if you want, or go to down dog. And then work your right heel into the wall. Make sure the feet are hips width apart, okay? And we're going to bring that left knee right above the ankle, okay? You're pressing the right heel into the wall. Use your blocks to press the ground away. A little tuck under the pubic bone there, and again, make sure that there's a straight line with your right foot, okay? It's straight up and down. It's not going over, you know, the heel's not dipping too far right or too far left, okay? Good. And really press the heel into the wall, tuck under the pubic bone, lift the chest, shoulder blades down, breathe, you're active. Make sure that the left knee's not going past your ankle too. Good. Just a couple more breaths, okay? Remain active. Drop the tailbone. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to release in here. Let's just put the hands on the blocks and then gently step the right foot forward. Next, left foot. Feet are square. Bend the knees and then inhale. Roll up. Okay. Now, we're going to take our block, one of them. It's going to go back to the wall, and you want the thick side of the block facing towards the ceiling, okay? And it'll go right down into the wall, okay? Then from here, you're going to step towards the back of the mat to the block. You're going to take your left heel onto the block, okay? Balls of the left foot should touch the ground. Square your hips to the front. Even notice right now, you may be dipping to one side of your hips, okay? Square up your hips. And then you're going to step your right foot forward into a nice wide lunge here. Make sure here that the right knee's not going past your ankle. And also, look back at that left heel and left foot. Make sure again the heel and the foot's not angled. It's a straight line up and down, okay? Once you're set there, you want to feel that Left thigh bone pressing back. Hips remain square. And then you want to maybe feel a little pull up of that pubic bone, right? And the lifting of the psoas. Hug elbows in. Try and go as deep as you can go into the lunge without the right knee going past the ankle. And really feel your left thigh bone press back into the hamstring and the left leg and press down through that left heel. Lift your chest up. Stay here or lift the arms up overhead. You could stay here or take a hold of your left wrist, frame your head, dip lightly over to the right. Keep tucking under that left pubic bone. Little oblique warrior, but also great way to get down into the psoas. Breathe. Good. Now inhale, come up. Hands come on the hips. Drop weight in your right foot, inhale. Exhale, step forward with the left foot. Nice. If you need to shake it off, let it go. We'll change sides, okay? So we're back to the wall. Now we're taking the right heel up onto the block. Balls of the right foot's touching the ground. Pelvis is square, hips are square, good. Keep the feet hips apart, and then step forward with the left foot. Try and go as deep as you can go into the lunge, okay? Notice, is your back knee really dipping down too far? It's okay to dip the knee a little bit to tuck the pubic bone under to square up the pelvis, but once that pelvis is square, you really need to press back into that right thigh. Make sure that the right heel and balls of the foot, they're square. They're not dipping out to the sides, right? Straight line, good. And then lift the chest up. Maybe you can even take your hand around that right hip flexor and pull up slightly to help lengthen the psoas a little bit more. Hips are square. Okay, don't let the hips dip to one side. Even feel the left hip pull back, the right hip forward, lift your chest, boom. Arms overhead when you're ready. Stay here, or you can grab onto your right wrist, frame your head, and then you can dip over to the left, but make sure the hips stay square. Keep lifting that right hip up. Breathe. Really press into that block with that right heel. Good. And then slowly come up. Release. Inhale. And exhale. Step forward. Good. Shake it off. Whew. Feel way open now. Awesome. Okay, so now we're set there. We're then going to go to the wall again, and I want you to have the right side of your body to the wall, okay? Right side to the wall, and I want you to take the side of your, or the back side of your right foot, and you're going to press it into the block, okay? You're going to widen the legs here, a nice wide stance, and then we're going to pivot and turn on the right heel there, so the right toes are pointing forward. Again, the left foot's into the block. And then you want to make sure that your right heel lines up with the arch of your left foot. Straight line, okay? Now, you want to feel a little external rotation in that left femur bone, so you can really press down into the backside of that left foot. And as we begin to bend the right knee, as we're going to work into Warrior 2, you also want to make sure that we have a little external rotation right now into that right hip. We also, you may even take that right hand to the inner thigh and open the thigh up a little bit, but just make sure the right knee and the toes are pointing in the same direction. Then the tailbone drops down, little lift of the pelvis here, lift your heart, and then the arms are going to come up. Shoulder height there. Make sure that you're not reaching forward, okay? Like you're reaching for someone. Your pelvis is in alignment with the spine. If you need to go deeper, you can always slide the right foot further forward so you can go deeper in the lunge. Just don't let the knee go past your ankle. Shoulder blades go down the back. and keep rolling that back side of the left foot into the ground. Breathe. Good. Now I want you to slowly bring the hands on the hips. Straighten the right leg. Keep the right hand up high on that greater trochanter, that big bone right there that goes into the hip socket. Pull it back. Press it back, and you're leaning your torso forward. So you're creating that extra space then in the pelvis, into the hips. And then you'll bring the right hand on the inner thigh, square your chest, opening up, and then lift the left arm up. And then stack the left shoulder in alignment with your right shoulder, and roll the left shoulder blade down the back. And then if it's comfortable, look straight up. I know I'm looking at you, but I'm talking at you, all right? So you can look straight up, work at the neck. Keep pressing that left foot into the block. Last breath. Now inhale, come on up. Hands on hips. Pivot turn on the right foot, and then bring the feet together. Good. Shake it off if you need to, and we'll turn around and do the other side, okay? So we're bringing our right foot into the block. And again, the back side of that right foot needs to go in and then roll down into the block. So it's going to be external rotation in your hip for that femur bone. Legs are wide. We'll pivot and turn on the left heel. Make sure left heel lines up with the arch of the right foot. And externally rotating that right leg. As we begin to bend into that left knee, there's a little external rotation, boom, into that left hip. You can bring the left hand on the inside of the thigh, look down at that left knee, make sure it's pointing the same direction of your toes. If you need to open it up a little bit, do that. Open it up. Drop the tailbone, tuck under the pubic bone, zip up your core. Then when you're ready, you're going to bring the arms up at shoulder height here. And if you can go deeper into your lunge, do that. Just make sure that that left knee doesn't go past your ankle, okay? Work the shoulder blades together. Feel the ribs press back slightly towards the back of the body. Breathe. Really press that right foot into the ground. Roll it down. Externally rotate. Breathe. Last breath here. And we'll slowly inhale. We'll lengthen that left leg. Bring the hands on the hips, okay? Press the left hand back so we're feeling that opening of the hip flexor as it goes back, right? And you still want to feel external rotation in that right foot going down. Hips open up. Your chest is squaring up here. We'll lift that right arm up, left hand down the leg, and we work into our triangle here. Again, stack the shoulders, roll the right shoulder blade down the back. It's a great time to use a mirror because we don't want to overreach either. That could hurt the hips. Look up if it feels comfortable. Externally rotate that right foot and right leg. Good. Inhale it up. Pivot turn. Left heel, bring your legs together for a moment, shake it off, and then you may need a block in front of you as I'll face you guys. Then I want you to open your legs nice and wide. We're doing a nice wide-legged fold for a nice release. The hamstrings and the body. Your toes are pointing forward. You want the feet to be, the legs feet about a leg's width apart. Hands on the hips, okay? Thigh bones are pressing back here. And they're rolling in now, instead of out, rolling in. We'll inhale, exhale, manipulate the hips, come forward, okay? This is where some of us may need to put our hands on a block to stabilize ourselves. We press the thigh bones back, glutes go back, feet are anchoring into the ground. Some of us may bring the Block in a lower setting. Some of us may bring the hands on the ground. You may even put the block down and bring your forehead onto the block. Tuck in the chin slightly, shoulder blades down your back. Stay active in your legs, thigh bones back. Some of you may even bring the head on the ground. Keep pressing glutes back. Feet are strong. Last breath. Hands can come on the hips. Sit bones press back, zip up your core, slowly inhaling up. Bring your feet together. And release. So, feel free to repeat that again. And it's wonderful for helping the psoas out to lengthen, to get it stronger, but to lengthen it too, and also for those hamstrings, which is really important for any activity that we're doing. And if you're in sports, obviously multi-directional sports, we need the hamstrings to be long, and we need the psoas to be long and strong too. Or you may be working in the office and you sit a lot, and when we sit a lot, the psoas muscle, the hip extensor muscle, hip flexor muscle, it gets shorter, so then we get back pain because we're always rounding forward. All right, well, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Enjoy your day. Namaste.